Hello everyone, welcome back to St. Louis Billikens Dynasty. This is Rainout, and we're off to the best start in program history at 2-0. We won comfortably against Iowa, but then struggled against Toledo. But we came out on top both times, and now we have a chance to go 3-0 against 0-2 Wake Forest. So we're just going to jump right into it. We are better than them in overall by a little bit. 3 overall isn't, I wouldn't say comfortable, but we are definitely better. They are worse than Toledo was. I think Toledo was an 80. But as we've seen in the past, overall rating does not matter in this game. You just can never tell what kind of game you're going to get. So we just got to come out, play good football, and our defense needs to keep up the good work. They've really carried this team the past 2 games. And we're going to need more of the same here in Salem. It is raining here at Wake Forest. Usually means a sloppy, close game. Might need to lean on the ground game a little bit more, especially when we couldn't get it going last week against Toledo's run defense. But we definitely have the quality to have a commanding run game. We just need to get it started here with Manny Royster, and that's not a good start. Not a good start. It's a good route and a good throw to find Mason Williams. Just kind of layered it between the linebackers. We're already around midfield. With one play, it's 1st and 10 from the 42. It's not a good throw. Panic squeezed and just threw it way too far behind him. Yeah, Trinidad might be even more inaccurate now that it's raining. I don't think he has the natural. So we could see a lot more errant passes. What a great move from Ty Hardy to step in and cut. And we're across midfield now. It's a good first drive. That's not what I wanted to do. Just can never get a read option right, unfortunately. There's Acevedo. Gets across the first down line. We don't need big plays. We just need slow and methodical. That's been the name of this franchise pretty much. Here's Alan Dummerville. Just a lot of drags. A lot of check downs. That's really all you need. They're really sacking the box. So I do not like running the ball against this look. Gets enough, but yeah, only like 2 or 3 yards. We need to get them out of the box somehow. There's Mason Williams on another drag. We are drag merchants right now, but yeah, they keep giving it up. They're gonna keep clogging the middle. So we're just going to exploit them by running past them. And we'll do it all game unless they want to adjust. Here's another drag for LJ Young, but only gets a couple. They've really spaced out here, though. I like a run in this spot. Only one linebacker. Here's Manny Royster, touchdown, Billikens. Manny Royster continues his great start to his college career. He's a touchdown machine. Not much in terms of yards, but he really knows how to punch it in for 6. He's got another one here. We're up early against Wake Forest, and this sparse crowd is quiet. We might be scary this year. I say that a week after we just almost shit the bed against Toledo, but we might be scary. All right, here's a first look at our defense. They don't have any stars on the field. I guess they just have no good players. All right. I mean, their halfback looks good. He's like an 83 overall. He's got good speed. He's one of the key players to watch, and that's never a good sign. We just cannot handle good running backs, but stop them there, and it'll be 3rd and 3. And just an overthrow. I don't know if that was the rain coming into play, but the wheel looked a little bit open. And just overthrew the tight end, unfortunately, for Wake Forest. They will be forced to punt from their own 32. And they're kicking against the wind, so not really far, but still gets it down to the 32. Maybe wearing all whites in this game wasn't the smartest idea that it's raining. We're going to turn brown at the end of this game, probably. But it's a big hit on Alan Dummerville. They're starting to read the drag now. Maybe we need to hold on to it a little bit more to let him get away from the middle lurking linebackers and get more to the sideline. Dump it off to Manny Royster. Don't get a block, unfortunately, but he gets 5 back, 3rd and 5. What a throw and what a catch from LJ Young Jr. I mean, I just kind of gripped it and ripped it, and luckily there was no one lurking there to pick that off. LJ Young Jr. just made a nice play. What a speed burst from Manny Royster. Only gets 4, though. Just nowhere really to go, unfortunately. So then I keep saying that over and over. Nowhere to go with these run plays. They're filling holes so well. Here's Tyler Kavka with a lot of speed. He makes a juke move back upfield. The big man can move. This guy is so fast. 86 speed as a tight end. He is a mismatched central. We need to get him the ball more, but he's our tight end too, so he doesn't see the field very often. I just like Mason Williams' run blocking a little bit too much. And we'll get one more snap off here before the end of the first quarter. Check down to Manny Royster. He gets us to 3rd and 1 at the end of the first quarter. Great start for the Billikens. We scored. Defense played well. Yeah, just lopsided. We are better than this team, and we need to act like it. That's the bottom line. We're going to be better than all the teams we face, pretty much. So we need to win in all these games. There's just no excuses at this point in the rebuild. How are you going to call that? Oh, my goodness. No one came open. I backed up too far. That's going to be intentional grounding. We're going to be way back. 2nd and 26. I guess we have to go with the screen pass here. Get something back. Not much. 3rd and 17 is all we're going to get. Might do another one, actually. Nah. We're in field goal range. We might as well try to convert here. Here's Alan Dummerville. Does he have a step? Yes, he does. The first touchdown for Alan Dummerville, the redshirt freshman wide receiver. He's going to be our big downfield target. And what a route and what a catch. Kind of a wheel kind of route. Just exploded upfield. The cornerback didn't do a good job of following him. And he had inside leverage, and that big frame just made it impossible for the cornerback to even make a play on it. What a throw by Vince Trinidad, too. Through the rain, just lobbed it right up there. That's a huge conversion on 3rd and 17 for 6. 14-0 now. Oh, wow. I don't know who that was, but they just got bulldozed. The halfback's starting to show his quality, which is always scary. Another run. We got blocked out of the play. He drags us for 6. Play action. I did not even see him. He was just completely off the screen. I thought everyone was covered, but just the guy was lurking, playing hide and seek over there on the sideline. And it's Wake Forest's turn to have a good offensive drive, I guess. Yeah, they're just blocking the hell out of us, and their running back is just churning. Another run. It's an outside run. Oh, boy, they are moving right now. He's exhausted. This running back is exhausted. We need a big hit to knock the ball loose. This is the chance to do it. It's going to be a draw, and can't really get the big hit, but you swallow him up short, and still going no huddle. Knock the ball out, please. 3rd and 9. He's almost dead on the field, but they will not let him sub. He's out wide now as a wide receiver. Bring him down, please. He finally goes down. We might have sacked him out of field goal range with that one. It'll be 4th and 26. I don't know how you don't punt in this spot. And they will. Yeah, they ran that running back into the ground, and they would not let him sub out. We'll fair catch it at the 20. Same bounds. Nope. Just couldn't tiptoe his way down the sideline there. That's unfortunate. Had a potential for a lot more, but it's only 2. 2nd and 8. On the sweep. Nowhere to go. I was complimenting the O-line earlier in the year for really creating holes in the run game, but they're nowhere to be found now. There's just no space to run the ball. There's a good route from Dummerville, and he gets a foot in bounds. What an out, and what a throw for Vince Trinidad to make that happen. That's a huge 3rd down completion. We'll give it to Dummerville again. He's just got a lot of speed for someone that tall, and that's really making things easy. That'll be the 2-minute warning. This is a very, very quick game. And if we can make it 21-0 here, I'd be very, very confident. And really no rush here either. We got a lot of time to work with. We're already in midfield. Except that's not a good start. 3rd and 9. I was looking at the slot fade, but it was covered the whole way. And when there's a slot fade, I just don't look at any other routes. It's either it's slot fade or bust, and it's bust half the time, unfortunately. It's a good catch from Alan Dummerville, but was tackled immediately, so no yards after catch, and we're going to have to punt it away. Might wait the full 30 seconds. Don't need to give them time to march down the field. And if they're not going to call timeouts, we'll let it tick all the way down. Should not have been able to return that, but my gunners have no brains. Too many concussions. They just ran away from the returner instead of going at him. I don't know what that was about, but Wake Forest has 36 seconds. Big hit. Threw it up the middle, made him pay. 6-yard gain on the first play. Another big hit. I mean, they're completing passes, but the hit sticks feel nice. I think that was Greenwood Jr. on both of them. We'd love one of these hit sticks to knock the ball loose. And we just got mossed. Holy crap. They are already down the field. All right. I can never get one of those plays to work for us. Their DBs always make plays on the ball, and ours just stand there and let them go over us. Get pressure. Sacked. Way, way behind the line. Is that Zach Waters? It might be. The jersey's rolled up, so I can't see the number. Yeah, it's Zach Waters, 98. I thought he was the backup, but he might be getting on these pass rush situations. And he's making the most of it. That's his 2nd sack in as many games, I feel like. Just swarm the backfield, and they will get the field goal off and nail it from way, way back. All right. That was impressive. Just nonchalantly, didn't even call a timeout. They had 10 seconds to work with. Just ran the kicking team out there, kicked it like they didn't even care. A lot of wind. That probably played into it, but impressive kick. And we are going to be up 14-3 going into halftime. Alan Dummerville's had a good game. We just keep targeting him on the underneaths and the drags, but he had a good catch on and out on the sideline as well. Had the big bomb for the TD as well. Pretty good all-around player. He's our wide receiver 1 for a reason. Doesn't have the best hands, but he's very good at catching in traffic. And spectacular catch is great as well. So I don't know which rating takes precedence. Yeah, very good player. And we will be kicking it off to start the second half. It's a great tackle. I think that's Alexander Arnold. Sheaths the sword. He just blew that play up. Just immediately in the backfield. Yeah, luckily we have Alexander Arnold. He's a great D-tackle. And we have not been able to recruit D-tackle at all. And that's a great breakup by Warren Barron. They tried to moss us again, but that's our best corner, and he's not going to let that slide. Not like our safeties that are more run stoppers than zone guys. Yeah, great effort to get a hand up. And it'll be 3rd and 13. And that's going to be another sack. That looks like Merle Willis. Yes, it is Merle Willis. Thank goodness he did not transfer. He's already got... That's his... No. He's got 1.5 sacks already. He had one the game before. I think he's up to like 4 sacks already on the year. Which is insane. He wanted to transfer because we didn't get enough sacks. Well, stay and get as many sacks as you want, dude. Tried to go for the block. Didn't really work out. We'll get it at the 42. I'd rather let him punt it than getting a roughing the kicker penalty. So that's fine. Good field position here for the start of this drive. Vince Trinidad's got a lot of speed. Ran into our own blocker, unfortunately, but that's a first down. And once again, there's nowhere to go on normal runs. They just need to move away from runs at this point. Read options are okay, but normal runs up the middle, these zone runs just aren't cutting it. There's Kavka getting 4 or 5. So it'll be 3rd and 5 now. Good throw for Mason Williams. We had pressure right in our face, but we had enough time to just kind of loft it up and let him get open. Luckily, no one undercut him, but we're in goal. We're in business here. First goal from the 10. We got a lot of work to do here, though. QB keeper, Vince Trinidad. Can't quite make him miss. Would have had a touchdown if he could sidestep both of them. Almost made it happen, but gets us down to the 3. And I just said we weren't going to run inside zone again, but here we are. Seems to work at the goal line. Not really that time, though. 3rd and goal. Let's get on the move. Let's full slide right. Sit down. Don't pick it off. Oh, my goodness. And they want us to go for it, which I agree with. This is going to be a tough field goal to kick. Might run the same play again. Roll out. Get on the move. Get into the end zone. Touchdown, Vince Trinidad. No use trying to throw there when we know we got it with our legs. His arm's unreliable, but his feet will never let us down. He just rumbles right in. That's a whole freight train at the quarterback position. You don't want to get in the way of that. He will run you over. We're up 21-3 at Wake Forest. It'll be a jet sweep. Almost had the end, but great play by Pierce to wrap him up before he could get dangerous yardage. It'll only be 2nd and 5. Very delayed handoff, but it kind of worked. Got shoved in for like 15 yards there. And that's unfortunate. They ran right into the blitz and came away unscathed. It's just, yeah, if their run game wants to get moving, they will just do it no matter what. We get home there, though. That's a good wrap-up by Merle Willis. He's having a breakout game here. He's played well, but really the first time I've noticed him getting like a lot of TFLs. And he's involved there on another one. Only get 2. That'll be 3rd and 9 from the 42. That's a good play, but we drag him just short. And they're going to go for a field goal here. I mean, I think it makes sense. I think it becomes a 2-possession game. But they're going to wait for the third quarter, and now they'll be kicking against the wind. I don't know what they're thinking there. But that's the end of the third quarter. Still up 21-3. Might be 21-6 here. That'll make it a 2-possession game with 2 touchdowns and then 1 2-point conversion. So game's not over, even though we've thoroughly dominated. And yeah, just right down the middle again. This kicker's good. I think good kickers are way too easy to come by in this game. There's way too many kickers have 90-plus kicking immediately. It should be a very, very rare thing to get a powerful kicker in college football for sure. But then you just get deep into a dynasty, and then every single team has a monster kicker. It just doesn't seem very realistic. I mean, I enjoy it because it makes it easy to recruit kickers. You just find some random guy, and they're guaranteed to have 90 kicking. But, yeah, it would be nice if it was tuned a little bit better. Make it a little bit harder. That's just a horrific throw, and that's going to be a pick 6. I don't know what I was thinking picking that play. I was still on recent instead of coach suggestions and just threw a duck right into coverage, and Wake Forest is within 1 possession, just like that. Oh boy, we love making things interesting late in the game. It's our favorite thing to do. Kind of need a score here. We need to get a stranglehold back on this game. We get 4 on that run, a little bit better. And they sent 6 and immediately got pressure. This is not looking good. 3rd and 13. And we just don't even try to block. What are we doing? I mean, we got 3 O-linemen, and not one of them tries to block the one guy they need to block. I mean, it's just unbelievable. Just unbelievable the breaks that the CPU gets all the time. And we're punting it back to give Wake Forest a chance to tie the game. Broken tackle, but we drag him down for a 2-yard loss. We had enough reinforcements. Warren Barron was there to clean up the job. He is the best player on the team by overall, and he plays like it. He's very, very good. Usually good corners, you just see him get burnt a lot no matter what their overall is, but he does well in coverage, and he's a great tackler too. It's a gain of like 5 on the screen, so it'll be 3rd and 7. Need a stop at this spot. And I think that was my guy. I jumped on the zig instead of looking at the middle of the field. That was my fault. Oh boy. Screen. We're there to light it up. They get 2 yards out of that somehow. I don't know how. We looked like we were all over that from the start, but 2nd and 8. And they give him the first down there. He looks short. Yeah, I guess everything's going to go their way on this drive. And it's going to be a fumble. Can we scoop? No, it's just going to be fallen on. Is that Yeboah? Yeboah is the one that scoops up the ball. I don't know who made the hit. I was too busy looking into coverage, but no one came open. The quarterback tried to roll out. The ball got punched out, and that is the break we needed. What a play from the defense. Yeah, Merle Willis was the one who knocked it out. Was the quarterback down? No, just came out immediately. And Yeboah had a chance for a scoop and score. I don't think anyone was going to catch him, but played it safe, just dove on it. And we've got the ball at the 50 for a chance to put the game away. And Ty Artie was not even looking at the ball. Here's a good burst from Manny Royster. He gets swallowed up just before the first down line. It'll be 3rd and 3. Here's Tyler Kavka. Easy first down. No one really covering the underneath through the middle. It's been open all game, and we'll just continue to take advantage. They're really stacking the box here, though. We'll try an outside run. Tried to just cut it upfield for as many yards as I could. 2-minute warning. They're going to start calling timeouts. We need to get into field goal range here. I think that's the key. What would a field goal be from this spot? 48 yards. Yeah, we're in field goal range. 3rd and 5. I think we just run it one more time. Burn another timeout. And then kick a field goal to go up 10, hopefully. Or 11 even. It's even better. But Manny Royster looked like he had a chance, but they were quick to close in. And we'll kick a 45-yard field goal here. In the rain, it's kind of tricky with a freshman kicker. But this is very, very makeable. Right down the middle. What a kick. That'll put us up by 11. That should be enough for us to hold on to win. But as we saw last week against Toledo, teams will just score 80-yard touchdowns at will. So can't rule out Wake Forest here. Need to continue to play good defense. Can't get a tackle. Still can't get a tackle. That's a big chunk play immediately. I don't want to play prevent, but I need to back all our players up, or they just will not cover down the field. That's fine. The dink and dunks I can live with. We just can't just get destroyed down the seam for a touchdown like we continued to do last week. Yeah, we're giving up the underneaths, but that's fine. As we get further down the field, it'll be less fine. Maybe I stop giving cushion so much now. But we'll play over the top anyway. That's a good tackle. Keeps the clock ticking as we're tackled inbounds. Yeah, they've got the St. Louis Billikens playbook. They're just throwing it to the drag every single time. There's just no one covering the middle on the Tampa 2. And they'll spike the ball here. Felt like they had time to just do a play, but we'll gladly let them waste it down. That's fine. Don't really need a shade over the top anymore. We're far enough down the field. We can just play straight up pass defense. And how is that pass caught? That is unreal. It hit off his face mask, and he still made the catch. He slipped and fell, and they're going to spike the ball. That was unbelievable. He threw it. It hit off his face, but he somehow sprung up and made the catch. Just magically. And that's just going to be a throwaway. No one was open. Didn't want to take a sack, I guess, but it'll bring up 3rd and goal from the 8. This is do or die time from Wake Forest. If they don't get it here, do you kick a field goal and then go for the onside kick? And can't get an interception there. Yeah, kicking the field goal is definitely the right choice here. Because if you don't score points here, the game is over. But you need a field goal regardless if you want to tie the game. So what you do is you kick the field goal, then go for the onside kick, and then you can score a touchdown later. But if you just go for the touchdown and then miss, the game is just over. So yeah, you definitely kick in the spot. But would have loved a pick. It just bounced around between 3 or 4 people. Couldn't make it happen. Might be the rain. But Wake Forest will try to make it an 8-point game here, right down the middle. And we'll need another good play from our hands team on the onside kick. They've recovered pretty flawlessly the past couple times, but a lot of rain. Never know what kind of bounce the ball could take if it could slip out of someone's hands. So need a big play to ice the game. And just easily scooped. Just go down. That'll be the game. We'll just kneel it out. No need to get fancy. And that's another win in the win column. Another close one this time. I mean, not as close as the scoreboard would suggest. I think we were by far the better team today. We just kind of struggled to close out. They made some good plays to get back into it, but in the end, it was too little too late for Wake Forest. Vince Trinidad is your player of the game, going over 200 yards for the first time in a long while, I feel like. And yeah, we just did enough to win once again. Not impressive wins. We're not going to impress the CFP committee, I don't think, but at this point, I just want wins. I don't care how they come. If we look at the stats, Vince Trinidad had a great game. 80% completion, 212 yards. Had the one awful pick, but I'm going to blame that on myself. That was just a bad decision on a bad play call. So great game from him. And then only added 8 yards on the ground. He did get sacked a couple times. Yeah, just running game continues to be a problem. It looked great against Iowa, which is the shocking thing. It looked great against the best team we've played, but we've struggled against the 2 bad teams we've played. So I don't know what the rhyme or reason is. But at least our throwing game has been able to help us keep pace. Yeah, Alan Dumberville with 64 yards and the lone touchdown. Mason Williams had 51. Tyler Kavka's getting limited touches, but I like his game. I feel like we need to get him the ball more. Alan Dumberville had 2 drops, but I don't feel like they were really noticeable drops, so I'm fine with it. And then on defense, Merle Willis had 4 TFLs. He had a monster game. Caleb Bryant had 2. Zach Waters had 1. Alexander Arnold had 1. Warren Barron had 1. Warren Barron led the team in tackles as a cornerback, which is impressive. Merle Willis had 2.5 sacks. Zach Waters had 1. Alexander Arnold, Caleb Bryant, and Yaboa had half. And then no interceptions, which was surprising. Usually we're pick machines. We had a couple opportunities, but we just couldn't come down with the football. I'm going to blame that on the rain. Probably just slipped out of our hands. And the 1 forced fumble from Merle Willis, which is huge. It's another win where we just did what we had to. Nothing fancy about it, nothing special. Made it tight in the end. Gave up 13 points in the 4th quarter, but I mean, we had more points than the other team. How many times do I have to say it? That's all you need. Merle Willis, your MAC Defensive Player of the Week. Every week we get a MAC Defensive Player of the Week award. And it's a new person every time. This time it's Merle Willis. 2 sacks, forced fumble. Yeah, it's a great game. And he's also your National Defensive Player of the Week. So, yeah, a lot of national attention now, which I love. Should get us more better grades on which one is it? Yeah, brand exposure, I think. Hopefully, yeah, if we win more games, we should get more televised games, which should help. Yeah, we're at the championship contender is at a B-. That's just completely due to the media poll. We're at 58 now. But yeah, that should help with recruiting for sure if we win out. Yeah, we just need to turn these D's into C's or B's. It's just really hurting recruiting when we can't sell. We can't hard sell. Selling aspirational for Marquis Popo only gets us 4 influence, which I don't really love. Sending the house gets you 5. But friends and family gets us 4 as well, which might be a better combo than the 50 and then like 10 and 5. So this might be better in the long run. We're just slightly ahead of Ole Miss. Would love to get him on a visit, but I kind of need to time it right. Can't just get him in willy-nilly and then give Ole Miss a chance to respond. So we'll see how this recruitment goes. We'll just leave things as they are. We're also pretty good on BJ Costier. Don't really need him if we get Popo, but a good backup option to have. And then Ryan Scarborough, no one cares about him, so he's also a good backup. Yeah, a lot of these 5 stars finally closed out their top 8 in the last week, so gonna take them off the board. We got a couple more. We're barely ahead for Cortez Dicker over Nebraska. We just passed him. And can we sell? I guess the same situation as Popo. It's just a toss-up of whether or not it'll be worth it or not. I think this one is worth it, though. I think this one is worth it. And it is cheaper, so we might as well hard sell. Like so. And maybe tack 10 on just to seal the deal. James Linder, we've passed Notre Dame, who looks like they've taken their points off. Huh. He is a proximity to home guy with program tradition and campus lifestyle. So if my math's right, this guy is a good sell as well. Selling's always better than... Well, not always, but if you can sell, I feel like you have to. You just can't keep up if you don't. And once again, tack the 10 on. Yeah, I'm really excited. A lot of these recruitments seem to be going our way. That happened last year too, where it looked like things were going our way, and then teams just came out of nowhere and stole players from us. But we can actually sell these players now. Not well, but we can sell them. And hopefully we can pull a lot of these 4-stars. That would be huge, especially when we're playing the way we are. I feel like players will look at us better now. Wow. Indiana has just destroyed us for Mitch Turbin. They're going to close him out. How did they get that much? This isn't week 7, right? No, it's not even week... They just had that much in one day. This is a guy we can sell too, and we have been. We just couldn't make it work. They just completely blew us out of the water. We had a great sell. I mean, look at all those A's. And Indiana just destroyed us. So, unfortunately, we will lose out on Mitch Turbin. Might leave the points on him just in case, but... Yeah, he is gone. And once again, our struggles at finding a D-tackle continue. It's just the strangest thing. Just D-tackle, the one position I can't sign anyone on. I don't get it. Rich Wilbur might be a guy we can sell heavy. He is a playing style deal breaker, which is at an A+, and he likes playing time, which is also an A+. This might be a guy we can just destroy people on. What is his third? He could be time to get to work, which is all A's. That would be huge. And I think it might be. It's the only thing that lines up. Yeah, we just got so lucky. We've got all 3 A's on a 4-star middle linebacker. That is a huge influence bonus. And Illinois has a week 5 visit, which is a little bit scary. But I feel very, very good about this commitment now. Very, very good. And Reggie Corbin, same way. He's got 2 A+ with playing style, which has an A, and then proximity to home, which is an A-. The only thing that brings it down is that pro potential is a D. But still worth selling. Yeah, it feels nice that we can actually sell people now. We just had to send the house the whole way, basically, last year, and it just couldn't cut it. So, nice that we have some good grades that we can sell people on. We have passed Cincinnati on Alonzo Amerson as well, which is nice. Just plodding along with our 10 points, and that's enough at this point. So we'll just keep going at it. Yeah, Mitch Turbin's just the one that stings. Like, how do you get that much influence in 1 week? Wish you could see what the other teams were doing, but they just blew us out of the water. I don't know how you get that much influence that quick. They do have a better... pipeline bonus than we are, but I don't really think that could explain it. They must have like a full 75 on them. That's insane. All right, that'll be all for this episode. Recruiting coming along nicely. The season is progressing very nicely. We are 3-0, and we'll be going on the road to UMass next, and I'll leave that for the next episode. So thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next one.